The energies of 2024 are going to be intense. Perhaps you're already feeling the intensity. I'm going to share positive things about how you can have an amazing year. You can have your best year yet, but I'm not going to skip over or ignore the challenges that lie ahead. You're listening to Looking Glass, Pressured to Prosperous, the podcast for entrepreneurial artists who want to be fully self-supporting through their creative endeavors. I'm Joanna Garzilli. I am a serial artistic entrepreneur with a background in film producing, TV hosting, acting. I've written 3 books. One of them is going to be made into a movie. I also have done many readings and workshops over the years on teaching how to trust your own psychic abilities. I wrote a book called Unleash the Psychic in You, and I've done readings for numerous celebrities and people from all walks of life. I had seen a thread where someone said, "Is anyone else feeling these intense energies?" And I said, yes, 100%. For all the, 25 years that I have been teaching psychic development, I have always said, center, ground, connect. That is a critical thing to do to be able to have a good day, to be able to have the clarity, to get the insights that you need to move forward in all aspects of your life, not just your career. Let me add to that, in certain situations, center, ground, connect is not the way to go. And what I am noticing is, and I'll tell you in a minute what to do instead, what is going to work and why. Center, ground, connect. If one keeps doing that, and this is a challenge because how do you know when to use this new sequence? And I'll help you with that as well. This is still in the early phases of this new energy that is coming in. Instead of center, ground, connect, the key is to lift off and connect. The reason for that being is we are in the accelerated period of the quickening. Back in 2020, I taught a several week course, which is still free up on Facebook. I taught a number of different guided meditations to help one to be in alignment. If you want to have access to what I taught with the quickening, you can DM me at Joanna Garzilli, or you can email Joanna at looking-glass.me. I first received insight about this concept of the quickening back in 1998 when I was visiting Egypt. I didn't understand at the time how it would all unfold. But now, 25 years later, it has become clearer to me. How do you know you are being affected by these energies in terms of symptoms, feelings you get in yourself? You may feel like you want to isolate at points. You may want to socialize and feel more connection, more community, but it feels, or it can feel, very difficult to do that. You may have a sense of increased sensitivity. You may find yourself going through ups and downs with your moods, feeling really good, energized one moment, to feeling a heaviness or even a low-grade depression. You may have a sense of intense purpose or a need to make an impact in the world, which can be followed by feeling of not belonging anywhere in the world, not feeling safe, not wanting to go anywhere. And then having this sense that you only have so much time here and there's so much to do. There's a number of other feelings that can occur as well. One of those other feelings is it can be overwhelming, super intense within your physical self and in your mind. It can feel as if things are too much. This is because you are processing so much energy. Think of it on the metaphysical level. It's as if there are these mini asteroids. This is not something physical. It's in another dimension, but it still has an intensity to it. And so those mini asteroids, which if I were to imagine an asteroid, it's moving fast, it's super hot. Those energies, those asteroids are hurtling down all over our planet, and there's no escape from that energy. And our bodies physically, think of us as computers that we need to upgrade our operating system to be able to handle these super fast, very hot, ultra intense energies. These energies go in waves. This is an energy that is just starting to come in. I saw it begin January the 2nd, 2024. Then it got more intense on the 4th. What has also been happening energetically for this past 3 years in particular at an increasing intensity is large waves of energy. And the best way I can describe that is like in the movie A Perfect Storm. They're just huge, huge waves. Imagine that if you were out on the ocean, there's no getting away from it. You just have to ride those waves. You have to surrender to them. That is a big component of how you are going to get through 2024 and have a fantastic year despite a number of challenges that will be coming worldwide. When the energies are intense, it is absolutely crucial for your spiritual, emotional, and mental well-being to be able to let yourself lift off to connect to your innate wisdom. What lifting off does for you, or I should say, why lift off? When these energies get very turbulent, if you allow yourself to lift off, then you are not going to be stuck in those vibrations. We are physically here on this earth, and we want to be connected to nature, respectful of its cycles. I have felt very strongly being able to let go and let myself be carried. Then when I get out of that vibration, I will use the center ground connect again. If you are already a spiritual teacher, you're a light worker, I'm going to be confirming what you're already feeling. If you are newer to metaphysics or you are going through a rapid spiritual awakening, I want to recap here and then make sure to bring this full circle so that you can use this spiritual information in a practical way so that you can feel good in your life, that you can be productive, that you can make a positive impact, that you can enjoy your family, relationships, friendships, and have a good sense of self for doing your creative work. Historically, we have gone through many different ages, from medieval to Romanticism, Renaissance, to the Industrial Age. New ages come, and now we are in an age not only of information and artificial intelligence, But from the spiritual perspective, and I'm going to go back to the download I got in that pyramid in Egypt, it is the age of light. This ties into this energy of the quickening and getting comfortable with things moving very fast. At the same time, the faster the energies move, the heavier you may feel, the slower things may feel, meaning if you're working on certain projects or if you want a particular outcome in your life, it's going to feel like it's taking a very long time because there is this polarization of energy. And that leads me to the next thing that I wanted to make you aware of for 2024. A key theme is going to be duality, polarities. Let me address both of these. Duality. This is where, from the soul's perspective, you are going to be faced with two sides of yourself. There are more than two sides of the self. To keep it simple for now, think of it like when we've seen a cartoon, a TV show, or something that shows the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other. Star Wars, good versus evil. Stranger Things, the upside down. If you can become aware of your dual nature, then you will find yourself having many positive experiences and going through deep spiritual growth in a way that feels very rewarding, magical in nature. The key is that when you feel some type of trigger or discomfort and it manifests as pain, that is when it is absolutely crucial to come back to yourself. It's being able to see in a way that you don't typically see. It's awakening those intuitive senses. I have found that as these energies have got more intense, and it's going to keep intensifying through the rest of this year, I feel 2025 there will be a leveling out of these energies. But for this year, when you feel yourself getting upset or frustrated or wanting someone else to change, make that request to your higher self, to your spiritual nature, to be able to see your dual nature. Think of it like the riptide underneath that is taking you away from the outcomes that you want. Let me speak with you about polarity. There's going to be an election this year. I'm not going to talk about that, but we are going to obviously see that intensification of polarization. I encourage you to do is, if you notice yourself getting judgmental of a particular politician or political party, to be able to take that step back and see the other side's point of view, especially as this intensification continues. That will help you not to get sucked into things, not to feel helpless or hopeless because of the dramas that will unfold, but you will be able to be an observer. You will be able to elevate your spiritual consciousness and focus on making the world better, of being a great support to your loved ones, to bringing laughter or solutions, helping people, being able to listen to them, being a leader in your community. Let me share some good, positive things for you about these energies for 2024. If you trust yourself to let go and be carried by these energies, you are going to get so in tune with yourself, with the wise part of yourself. If there are new projects that you want to bring to fruition, if you want to change career, if you want to start something new, if you have a really big goal that seems impossible, 2024 is the perfect year to do it. Duality of energy, fear and success, procrastination and productivity, two edges of the same sword. What I hope you can take away from this is if you feel, for example, overwhelmed, that you can also be extremely focused. If you have gone through trauma, that you can be an incredible leader and healer. If you have felt lost and alone, you can be a lighthouse for someone else. You can build the community of friends, relationships, support that you've always wanted. I encourage you to honor your process. When the energy feels too much and you don't feel quite ready to lift off, allow yourself to be where you are. Build more empathy and understanding so that you can be a support for others when you are ready, or if you don't feel ready, you have enough courage to lift off. In closing, you're going to have a fantastic year because you're not sticking your head in the sand, you're being proactive. You are looking in the mirror, you're facing yourself, you're taking responsibility, and that strength is there inside of you. When you look long enough, it will be revealed to you. And from there, all that artistic, entrepreneurial brilliance that you have in you, you can channel that effectively and get your amazing projects out to the world. I'm Joanna Garzilli. I'm sending you lots of love.